Surprising all of us.
Yeah,
I'm like, gender's the
whatever, I don't care.
I'm
We
just
just
gonna
change it
load it.
around a lot.
That's fine.
Welcome to our
Welcome.
discussion on gender and
Yeah.
norms.
Hi. Welcome to the discussion on gender standards. Hi,
Hello,
my name's
welcome, everybody.
Fettuccine.
Gender's bullshit.
Gender is bullshit. We're playing some lovely Parselings this evening. My name is Fettuccine. Welcome to Guild of the Phoenix, and they're my. Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna use a background. The
Our
overture is
co-host,
nice. There we
Gizmo,
go.
with the weather.
Gender is dumb. You're right. But welcome everybody to the lovely live stream. I am Fen, hosting here today as we dive into Parselings, a lovely new game that is coming out very soon. It's going to Kickstarter next month. Less than a month away. It's like less than 2
Less
weeks.
than a month. It's
It's 2 weeks.
September 8th.
Yeah,
Yep.
September 8th. It's been in our away
I'm
cards.
so excited.
We have 161 people following it right now.
Heck yeah.
Go jump
I'm
on
Not
it.
a big
I'm
deal.
following it up here.
There you go.
I assume I will eventually get this all fixed up so that we will get lovely Kickstarter tags in chat, but for right now it'll be okay. But welcome everybody. It's a little bit fast and loose this evening, but we're diving into some stuff. Real quick, before we get started, why don't we go around our virtual table here and explain who we are and what we kind of do.
Starting with who?
I don't know, who wants to start?
Marine, why don't you go ahead and start?
Yeah,
Hey
you
there.
asked.
I am Marine of One, or Shane.
Oh, no,
Call me
you-
Shane. I
Real
can be found on a lot of different places: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. But you'll find me most often on Twitch, almost every day, over at twitch.tv/Marine of One. I play video games and I design video games, or not video games, but games in general, for Smunchy Games. It's fun. I do all sorts of stuff. Somebody else?
I can go ahead and go.
Yeah, I was gonna just clockwork it, man.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I am Andromeda. I play D&D to avoid my responsibilities in real life. So I play on Thursdays here, Fridays over on Jacqueline Hare on Twitch, and Sundays over on Gizmo Arts
Oh
channel.
no.
Smunchy.
Hello. Let's see. So, I am Smunchy. I own Smunchy Games, a tabletop and video game publishing company. And we are actually publishing Parselings, the game we're playing tonight. You can find me at Smunchy Games on Twitter. Kind of anywhere that you find something Smunchy, I will probably be there. Okay.
Unless I'm smunchying it up on the Smunchy Games Twitch channel on Saturdays.
And we are shooting over to Gizmo.
I can remember which mic I muted. Hi, I'm Gizmo. I go by they them. I forgot what I was doing entirely.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Giz. Chat.
Wait, what?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, I'm going to kill him or them.
No, I'm too loud.
Just trying
I
to-
was trying to find a good middle ground where I wasn't too quiet or too loud. I'm too loud. Sorry, y'all.
I run a game over on my channel called Diamonds in the Dust, which we play every Sunday. It is a D&D 5th edition. I also have a dog biting my toes right now.
Rude. Rude
And
dog.
yeah, that's all I do right now. And I play in this game.
I did forget to mention, on Saturdays on the Smunchy Games Twitch, I am doing another Parselings campaign, which is
Oh, heck
actually
yeah.
like very swiftly nearing its end. And we'll be playing in a few days. You know, it's
shit.
supposed to be weekly, but the last like 3 weeks in a row, we had to put it off for something else. So complications, but it is what it is.
I just dropped the link for the Kickstarter in chat. So
Yeah. We'll get Flameburb to start dropping it every now and then. Do you have
And
it?
I will say, they are saying that I'm very quiet.
You are,
Can
yes.
you turn me up on your end?
I
Or should
cannot
I
turn
myself up on
turn
mine?
yourself up on your end. I cannot turn you up on my end any more than you already turned yourself up.
How's
so-
that?
That's good. You're
Is
good
it too
now.
loud?
Nope.
Or...
That's a good amount of loud. So, but welcome everybody. So, for those of you who don't know, Parselings is a card-based tabletop role-playing game set in the world of kind of alternate modern day, where there is a kind of parasite-esque thing called the Parasite, which is invading the world and infecting humans and various things of all sorts. And as a result, a lot of people are becoming either Parselings, the titular name, or lingua and other various incoherents, all of which is parts of this new reality that is unfolding, and we are kind of at the beginning of this. As Smunchy showcases for us what this lovely art looks like for both the actual game and the adventure that we're starting out in, the Nominal, not Nominal Station, but
Memorial Station.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is Infers? We're running Infers?
We're running a version of Infers. I'm not saying it's the version that you'll get when you guys if you guys pick up the lovely PDF, but we are running a version of Infers. Speaking
So good.
It's not gonna be that good. Don't. I mean, it's
really
gonna be
like
good.
it versus Memorial Station, okay? I like that module.
Mm-hmm. It is a good module.
But Fenn's running it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's gonna be that much better.
Go to drive. Hold on, I need to pull up some things real quick because in my effort to prep for the stream, I did not pull up everything else I needed to run the game. So. We're killing it tonight. I'm running on all cylinders. Definitely did not work 10 hours before this, so I apologize in advance for that. Okay, so I think I can set a scene, however, as we're diving into this. You all are individuals, citizens that live in the world of Nominal, who live in the city of Nominal City. And let's see here. Make sure I have this right before I do this. And while all of you have various different paths and various different lifestyles, it is maybe fate, maybe luck, maybe something entirely different altogether that has brought you all here to the lovely Memorial Station, either by train or by walking. And as you all make your way, I think, onto the metro, whether or not you are already on or just getting on, we see, I think, somebody who is stepping in, an individual, tall, broad-shouldered, with, I believe, orange hair and a bit of a pale green skin. Unless it's more pigmented than I originally recall. Lakota, do you want to describe yourself real quick as you step onto the train?
I got my boombox sitting here. I haven't fully turned it up yet, but you kind of hear a little bit of a... And I kind of just look at my shoes, and the light glimmers off of my wingtip shoes as I step in. And I kind of like poke my head, and I'm like, yeah, this looks great. And I run my other hand down my purple suit, and I kind of just whip my hair around. I'm like, this is kind of drab, man. And I take a seat closest to the door.
Across the aisle, and maybe a few seats down, another person sits. This person, I think, maybe accidentally attracts a little bit of attention. Not enough to get in their way, but a little bit. Their hair looks a little unconventional, whether by choice or by fate. It is hard to say. Definitely not something you could tell very easily, but there's something fancy going on there, whether it's, some great cosmetic work or maybe something a little crazier than that. Giz, VV. You are muted this time, actually.
So sorry. I think VP, it probably got on the train more so because it seemed like everybody else was getting on the train, so obviously this must be something normal to do. Something they'll just maybe get them some kind of answers. Wouldn't you just get stuff?
Looking
But they
for
do
answers
Yes,
as they sit
everyone.
down. Maybe, I think, on the other end of the car that the pair of you have entered, getting in at one of the other kind of openings, as there are multiple on this, obviously, they step in, a violin case in hand, kind of tall, little lanky, if I recall correctly. Maybe I have that wrong. A very confident stride to their step. Nathan, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, I look like a person who stepped into the future and then decided to just like stay like in that outfit. I've got like a lot of bright colors mixed with like a black like overcoat, with like the violin casing that is like black and it looks very like Tron-esque almost with like lights in it and stuff. Um, and he has very like strange looking eyes because he has colored contacts that are like black and blue, make himself just stand out on purpose, like very not ostentatious but built to be eye catching. His outfit, and he just kind of like walks forward and sits down in the farthest seat from anybody else around. So likely, probably directly across from the door, based on how you've described everything.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, I think probably also already sitting there nearby, a rather average looking individual, somebody who purposely tries not to stand out. I think a jacket on, maybe some headphones as they are listening to something. They seem to be kind of bouncing their head to something maybe a little bit as they're waiting for this train to continue on from Infer Memorial Station. Noctua.
Noctua is definitely listening to music and avoiding people as much as possible, so probably as far away from everyone as they can be, curled up in on themselves, and eyeing up the green figure who just got on the train.
Kind of just glance over.
So, as the train begins to depart, I'd like you all to make me a insight plus perception check. That is going to be of the spade suit.
Gonna do a shuffle because I organized these before the stream, and you know that I did this.
Yep.
Yeah, same. I have to shuffle.
Shuffling is probably the best.
You said insight plus perception?
Correct. That is going to be, you're going to be looking for spades, as that's the suit it's from.
Where's my perception?
I do have diamonds, but I don't know how important this check is, so I don't know whether I want to use push for it.
I don't think it's that important. It's mainly just kind of seeing what you see as you kind of step on, and as it kind of begins to, it lurches to life.
I'm gonna say Nathan is busy fiddling with his fiddle, trying to like rosin up the bow and everything, making sure it's not broken, since it's like, you know, held together by stuff. Don't want to divulge too much, but it's barely together in terms of the bow.
Yeah.
Probably rosining it and making sure it's okay.
5 cards and I got nothing.
Nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
from 2 people.
I've clearly seen nothing.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh.
Everyone very absorbed in whatever they are currently working on. Giz, are you alive? Maybe? Maybe not?
I shouldn't be muted.
You're
'cause
not
I'm
muted
muted
now?
when I left.
You were.
You're good now.
Insight plus perception.
Yes. What is the roll? You have the roll.
I'm still shuffling. Insight is 2, perception. No,
No.
we got nothing.
Nothing.
We suck. Oh my gosh.
It's not you suck. I wouldn't say that's the way to look at it. I would just say that each one of your characters is very absorbed in whatever they are currently focusing on. Whether that be music or the task of putting together an instrument, or maybe something else entirely. There, you feel it kind of lurch again as it kind of picks up a little speed heading out of the station. As the car ride continues, it's so far calm, quiet, an average day. The mundane task of traveling from one place to another is something that often is taken for granted around these parts. And as you all make your way, not thinking much of the events that have brought you to this point and where it will take you after, the first sign is the lights flicker. As if there's maybe it's swapping between power supplies. And then it flickers again, a little more intensely this time. And then they go out completely. As you all are sitting there, I would like all of you to make another check for me. Finesse and athletics. You're looking for clubs for this one. As you guys are suddenly brought to a very sudden and jarring halt.
Looking for clubs?
Yes.
Yeah, 1.
7.
1. 7. Interesting.
Well, actually, that's 3 because 4 was larger than the draw for the check, so it counts as 1.
Yep. 3 is correct. Cool.
6.
6.
4, not 3.
How big was your draw?
My draw was 3.
Andromeda, how big was your draw?
Oh,
4.
4 was your draw? Okay. 6 total, awesome.
1, 2.
Would you consider this to be a low intensity situation so we can shuffle the things back into our deck, or do we need to save
Yes, currently it is low intensity, so I will say that after this, you guys can easily shuffle it all back in.
We're
Other
looking for
tarot
clubs.
cards? Yes, clubs is what you're looking for.
I forget how this works. I got an ace though.
However many you have, so it's finesse plus athletics, so the amount
So
of
4.
checks together. Yeah, so pull 4
Now,
cards, and then
do
you're
you
looking
have-
for clubs.
Do you have an ace in the hole trick, or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think Giz...
Then your ace is just worth 1.
Yeah, I don't think Vivi has one for that one.
Then no dice.
Was it ace of clubs?
Yes.
Yes,
Please?
so
Okay.
still 1. So all of you are okay. I think Vivi is the last to catch themselves as they maybe getting caught up in either the lights and all that and getting distracted. But you all manage to find your footing as the car comes to a halt, and you feel like almost as if it's either stopped for emergencies or some other reason, but it is currently not moving.
I'm going to stop what I'm doing and look around and see if I can, like, when I say look around, I mean looking outside the actual car itself to see if I can see anything and any reason why it would stop moving, because that's weird.
Are the lights on or off?
The lights are still off. They've not come back on. A couple of emergency lights have come over each of the doorways. They currently are illuminating most of the cabin car in the fluorescent cold lighting that accompanies those such lighting. And they, while lighting all of it, it is not a bright light, and it is not meant for illumination and comfort as much as a way out. Looking around immediately, you don't really notice anything off that speaks out to you from where you are inside the car as the cause for this.
Start to turn down my music a little bit.
As you also look around, you see the 3 other individuals, Nathan, and you don't see anyone else. The car is otherwise empty.
Okay. Here's another quick question. Did the doors to the subway automatically open or no?
Not yet.
Okay. Then I am going to pack up my violin and my little suitcase thing that I got, and stand up and just like wait around and try to be a little bit more vigilant than I was before when I was absorbed in what I was doing.
Are you gonna try to look around some more for another perception?
No, not like looking around for like specific things, but just keeping a general like being aware of my surroundings and focusing on that.
Gotcha. Okay. You're able to do so. I don't think a check is needed for that sort of thing. What are the rest of you doing as the lights come on, but no other movement, no noise kind of emits from anywhere outside of the lurching to a stop and the vibrations that accompany that? It has otherwise been silent, save for the soft thrumming of Lakota's boombox.
Noctua's gonna turn their music down and slide their headphones off and ask, was there an announcement I missed?
Am I in the car?
Yes,
With her?
you all, the 4 of you are all in the same car, so you would hear that, Lakota, from where you're sitting.
Okay.
None that I heard.
No,
And
man.
I didn't have any headset or anything on.
Just the lights did the flicker thing, and now we're here. It's probably nothing big. You got nothing to worry about.
Noctua, as you hear this voice, let me see. There's a check I would like you to make.
Insight and memory, maybe?
I'm thinking either insight or intelligence and memory, whichever is higher for you.
When I realized what I did and what you were getting at.
A little bit. I think also.
Hello?
Noctua?
Oh, I thought that was
that is for you.
That's for me.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That is.
Okay. Sorry, I'm all thinking about what's gonna happen now. Okay, same either way. So 5. Four.
4?
Mhm.
The voice sounds familiar. That's coming from the individual across from you. Vaguely. Like you've heard a voicemail from them once before. The name itself evades you, but you know you've heard it. And you know you've heard it from where you work. And the line that often gets called for requests. Outside of that, you can't remember what they were asking for or who they are, outside of the voice.
I'm going to keep my music off, but I'm going to slide my headphones back on and just sink down and in my chair.
All right. A soft ringing comes from the back of the train.
Or by where I'm at?
From where I think everybody's oriented, I think you would be probably closest.
Okay.
Vivi, is there anything you want to do as this ringing is echoing through the otherwise now quiet train car?
I think Vivi, as soon as they realized that this wasn't normal, kind of stood up and was trying to assess the situation the best they could, but for the most part was just watching what everybody else was doing.
Okay.
So I think they'll decide to look out the car windows, or the car windows.
Okay. Roll me another, I believe it's insight and perception.
Insight and perception. Right. Oh, that's not bad. Try for me. Are we looking for any specific?
You're looking for spades.
Spades. 4.
4. You see a couple things. You see what looks to be what looks to be maybe a maintenance tunnel that heads deeper into the underground here in the subway system. You see what looks to be you can't quite make it out, but it might be like a terminal or something that is down that in like a room. You can kind of see it from where you are. You're like right at the right angle to look down this tunnel. And then as you're looking at it, you see a shadow flicker over it. In front of the maintenance tunnel, in front of that, almost as it was passing over where you were, and just outside the glass. That is the barrier of the train.
I don't think they'll speak up quite yet, but they're definitely going to keep an eye on it.
Okay. So,
I'm going. Sorry,
There you go.
I've been waiting to do it. So I'm gonna just walk towards the door that leads further back in the train. I'm just gonna peek my head through the glass because I'm assuming there's like a window right at the door. I'm just gonna see if I see anything weird coming from the direction of the sound.
Do you want to make a check of perception to see how good your eyes are?
And what?
Insight.
All right. And what am I looking for?
You're looking for spades.
All right. I am going to push.
Okay. Now, would you mind remind everyone how pushing works? Just so we're all on the same page.
When I'm saying push, push is the diamonds, the diamond suit, and you can use one of your potential in order to push, which will allow you to use a diamond card in place of any other suit in a check. And you can do that a number of times equal to your stat and potential, and they're replenished whenever you eat food.
Yes.
And when I say eat food, it's like specifically like a meal.
Oh.
So that would be a total of 10.
10?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. 10. Interesting. So, I'm going to give you an overview, and as you're looking, if you have anything specific you'd like to focus on, you may do so, at the risk of not focusing or not missing information on something else.
Okay. I'm going to specifically be looking for movement in that car.
Nothing moves immediately. After a couple of seconds of looking, you do notice that there is somebody in the back with a hoodie on, like a dark gray, maybe blue. You can't really tell in the light. They also have the emergency lights on in that car, and they have a dark colored hoodie on, dark pants. The hood is pulled up, and they seem to be kind of slouched against the far end of the second train car that you're walking into, or you're planning to walk into. The ringing still continues, and you can't quite tell if it's fully in that car, maybe in between the two of them.
Oh. As in between this car and the next one, or
Correct.
between the car after? Okay, so closer to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And because of the window, I wouldn't be able to see like what's in between the cars. I could only see
Not
like.
from this angle. You could obviously open the car door. It's got the emergency, you can push it open type thing. It'll acquiesce for you. But
I'm going to regret this, but I will open the door.
you open the door. You push the 2 sliding doors open. And as you do so, the cold breeze of air that follows in as you are now underground and no longer in the temperature controlled environment of a train car.
Would any of us see this?
I think all of you can see this pretty easily. I don't think a check is needed as he goes to open the door.
Can I like shout out to him here?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yo, kid, what you doing? You gotta get back on the train. It's kind of cold out there, a little chilly.
Never left the train. I just opened the door. Is what I would say. I'm just looking around. You hear the ringing. Obviously, I want to see where that's coming from. And there's somebody in the other car that's like, there and stuff. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
It is a train. People ride the train.
Yeah, but trains normally move, and this one isn't. So, what's going on with that?
The ringing stops.
Can I turn to look around where I thought the ringing was coming from?
Mm-hmm. As you kind of poke your head out and look to the left where you are pretty convinced that's where it's coming from, you do see what looks to be almost like an intercom receiver. On that end, there's a speaker box and a little push button that is no longer illuminated, but looks like it has a light that could rest inside of it and cause some light. Almost like kind of like a tail light of a car style glow to it, if it was illuminated.
Okay. Can I grab it and talk into it?
You can push the button and it might do something. The speaker box is affixed to the back of this.
Oh, okay. Well, then can I go and push the button and talk to it, like use it, since it was just beeping? I assume somebody was like calling.
Do you push the button?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not anymore.
I don't like the way you talk.
Uh-huh. So, you push the button, and you get a static for a brief second before, hello? Come in. Is anybody back there?
Yeah, we got a few people over here in the back.
Right. You are with the train just left Infer not too long ago, correct?
Yeah, it just stopped moving, and then we heard some beeping, so I went to find the source, and I'm assuming it was this.
Interesting. Yes. We were trying to see if we could reach anybody in the train. The automated systems do not seem to be responding correctly, and our driver is not responding himself.
Okay. While he's talking, I'm gonna peek my head back into the train car where everybody's at. I'm gonna try and wave at them to get their attention without making noise, so the dude doesn't hear me. Just be like, "Come here." And then I'm gonna continue talking. Just be like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just we were moving, the lights went out, we heard some noises, and now I'm talking to you."
Right. I think it's pretty easy to wave. Is anybody paying attention to Nathan and what he's doing right now, or what they're doing? Excuse me.
Yeah, can I see them?
Yes, you can see them.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna kind of narrow my eyes at first. My contact lenses that I got from Folk kind of zoom in to look a little closer at him, and then kind of zoom out. Eyes glow and then snap back. Then I kind of stand up and I take my box. I'm like, "Hey, he's got something on the radio. Let's go take a listen." I kind of just glide over.
Smooth walk in the step of the individual as he passes. I believe at least Noctua. I believe VV is on the other side of the direction that you're heading, Lakota. And as you make the way over, he goes, is there anybody hurt? Or is everybody alright?
I mean, None of the people that I have spoken to and are in the car with me are hurt. There is somebody that is in the other car that I haven't spoken to yet, but the train seems to be, for the most part, pretty empty in comparison to the usual.
Right. Pretty empty. Interesting for this time of day. But, regardless, as long as nobody seems harmed, we'll try to get the system up and running again. We apologize for the inconvenience. If needed, there is a maintenance tunnel that will take you back to Inver Memorial Station, where you can, of course, find another metro train that is working.
Any idea what caused everything to go haywire or whatever?
My best guess is a power failure. It's what we're looking at right now. Does not seem to be carrying any juice, as it were. But that is just our initial theory. Well, if we find anything more, we'll let you know.
All right. Thank you.
And I tap on Nathan's shoulder. So what they say, little man?
Train's out of juice, they think.
Oh, that's too bad. We'd have to fill it up a little bit later then, huh?
Yeah, they said they're trying to fix it, and if that is the issue, and if it's not, they're going to try and figure out what's wrong and get us going. But that if we get impatient, we can always just walk back through the maintenance tunnel.
Noctua stands up and makes their way to the door.
The door that both of them are currently at, or a different?
Yeah, and they're gonna
Okay.
hop down and start looking for whichever way is gonna take them back to the station.
It's not hard to kind of see from out here. It's the only thing that kind of gives any sort of glow in the lights that are excuse me. Only thing that gives a glow outside of the emergency lights on the train itself. You kind of see it from where your angle is. It's almost kind of emitting out, like it's just a soft, luminescent, incandescent bulb. And you are able to see it from there as you hop down from the train. Make me a finesse and athletics, please.
Oh no.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so that's 4.
Okay.
Okay, that's nothing out of 4.
Nothing out of 4.
Nothing out of 4.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well.
Unfortunate.
And then I break my leg.
No. So, I will give you a few options. You can take a condition to garner additional successes for this one, and doing so will be probably good. You can take the Jack of Clubs, which will give you the condition Winded. It will give you 1 additional success. You can take the Queen of Clubs, which will give you the condition of Sprain. And you can take the King of Clubs, which will give you the condition of Wounded.
Let's go with Sprain.
Sprain? Okay, 2 successes. So, you hop off the train, and you catch your footing, sort of, and as you do, you land on the railroad track. And then your ankle rolls off the railroad track, and you sprawl out, crashing to the ground, but otherwise seemingly unharmed outside of maybe a little bit of a bruise, maybe on one of your elbows. Nothing serious outside of that. So you will take the Queen of Clubs and add it to your deck.
We see this happening right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, both at least Nathan and Lakota do. Vivi, I think would at least hear it from where they are in the train.
I'm gonna jump down and just be like, "You alright?" Now I am going to have to make the check, I just realized.
I would like you also to make this check.
Oh no!
Noctua,
Can I reach out to try and catch Nathan?
You can also do that. I would like both of you to roll me finesse and athletics.
Oh,
Noctua, as you make your landing, you realize That drop was a lot further than it looked.
Yeah, I can usually not fall on my face. I'm gonna sit up and brush myself off and roll my ankle.
Okay.
This is what I got.
You got a success.
Yep.
And you got
Well,
no
you got 6, didn't you? Or what was your draw?
Well, technically it is a 6, but my draw total was 4.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's
so it's 1.
it's one.
It's just 1.
Do I need to push again? To not die?
You won't die. It won't be that
I
bad.
know.
You
I
can
know.
push if you want to, but I will not force you to. You.
I'm gonna look really cool if I push my character. I'm gonna do that, I guess.
Now, does
Hurting yourself.
does the over does that over rule still apply to you when you push?
No, that's the reason why I took such high numbers for my diamonds. Unless you want it to, I mean, you can make it work. And
We might look into that because my internal game design is questioning why that is the way it is. If that's by design, that's fine. But
Well, the idea is that blind luck saves you.
It's yeah. Okay. We can rule it that way for now. We'll look into it in between sessions, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Well, then that would be 8 successes.
Okay, you are able to land after watching Noctua spell across the gravel and railroad track. You're able to find a spot where you can land roughly safely. It still is a much farther drop than you imagined, but you don't land on the railroad track. And you don't roll your ankle for trying to get off of it. Lakota, you are just a fraction too slow. You go to reach out to catch Nathan, and they are already dropping. Sorry.
Sorry, little guy.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reach my hand out and be like, "You all right?" That was a farther drop than I thought it would be.
Vivi, you hear two people. You hear two sounds of what sounds like people jumping or a impact on gravel. Let's put it
Wasted.
2 people shatter their ankles. Got it.
So are these us, or are you referring to 2 other random people who are now falling to their death?
What am I referencing?
I don't know.
Oh.
I guess at that they'll be like extremely confused and kind of whip their head around and see that they are now alone in the train car, and they're like,
You do still see Lakota standing, an arm outstretched past your vision, where you can see that him in the doorway of the car.
Seeing that, they'll kind of migrate over there and probably scare Lakota a bit, seeing as they just kind of appear
Oh,
next.
man, you came out of those shadows like a treble clef.
Rebel Cliff?
Didn't make any sense to me either.
Noctua will look at the hand and take it after a moment and stand up. Thanks. I'm gonna make my way back to the station.
Alright. Don't fall again.
I usually don't. Like you said, that was a weird.
Yeah, falling's a bad thing. I've dropped the beat a little too many times. But you do not know that.
Oh no.
For the two of you still on the train car, are you also getting off?
Oh, quick question, really quick.
Mm-hmm.
How high up is the train car in comparison to us? Is it like above my head, or is it like?
You are a little over 6 feet, if I recall. Or are
I'm
you
5'2".
5'2".
I'm
You're short.
5'2".
Yeah.
I'm 5'8".
Okay. It is probably about your height, Noctua, and it's a little taller than you are, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm about like what, 6'7" ish.
I think so. Yeah. You're our tallest member.
Well, I guess we are stuck down here now, and I might as well make my way somewhere not
I mean,
here.
if you used your arms, you could climb back up.
Nathan's not gonna do that with his violin and everything.
Give you a boost.
Are you two also getting off?
I mean, you're free to come if you want. I just don't have the time to waste sitting around waiting for someone to fix this.
That's fair.
The train lurches again.
Oh.
Not enough to really throw you guys off balance,
Okay.
but enough to where it's concerning.
I'm gonna get out of the way where the the bottom
Oh,
part of the train car is about to hit me in the face. I'm going to move
It
away
lurches upward.
from there. Wait, what?
That's why it's so high up.
Can I put?
Wait. Can I look down at the tracks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can look at the tracks.
I'm gonna put both my hands into the cart and kind of leap in to the back.
Are you on or off, Lakota?
I guess I'm kind of halfway in between there.
Okay, so you're gonna put your hands on and hop off or hop on?
So I was trying to catch Nathan, right?
You were trying to catch Nathan. You were still on the back of the in between the two cars.
Oh, then I'm gonna go off.
Okay,
That's what I'm gonna do.
cool.
Join us.
I'm gonna go the other way.
Make an athletics and finesse for me to not kill yourself on the landing.
To not sprain your ankle.
Is there any sort of effect that happens from him doing that when the train jumped?
I think he waited till after it had settled because it did settle after.
Okay.
I've got 2.
2? Okay. You are able to land. You do kind of wobble a little on the landing, but you are all right.
See, that's how you do it.
Vivi, you are the last member on the train.
Vivi will definitely take it slow and sit down and then kind of scoot themselves off.
All right.
I don't know how else to describe that. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
when
it's
you're on a
you
high
sit,
surface
and then you
go-
hold your arms as much as you can, and you're trying to reach the ground.
But draw for me athletics and finesse as well.
Alright. Oh shit, I forgot what my athletics is. Oh. Okay.
I know, right?
Fine. It's fine.
The highest amount I've gotten to draw from any of these checks is 5.
1.
1? Okay. Cool. You.
Wait. What's this count as again?
Ooh,
Is that your Joker?
the Joker. Mm.
That's like a negative success.
That's not good.
Which one do I count then? True,
Technically, you count both.
Yep.
But
So it means that your flaw has something to do with how you succeed or fail.
Uh-oh.
Isn't your flaw No, that's your miss. What's
No,
your...
flaw is my shatter. My flaw. No, wait. What is my flaw? Hold
Your
on.
flaw, I thought, was your memory loss.
It is. It's my amnesia.
So-
I don't remember how to jump.
Yeah, I was about to say you jump and you forget how to land.
you are in that mid descent point. And as you're doing this, you remember a time. It's very foreign to you, and it's a flash of a memory. It's, you're still looking at the ground in front of you, but you feel the rush of wind as you are preparing to leap off this train. It is not a train underground. It is a train in woods. And you are doing the same motion, but you are mentally preparing yourself for the tuck and roll you're going to have to do when you hit the ground. And as your body instinctively reacts as you let go to make this drop, and you go to lean over and lean into it, you instead just lean into the railing. And I believe I would like you to discard 1 card. Is that how that works? Is that the way
You're
this...
having them take a fatigue.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
then yeah, they have to discard all the cards from that check.
Okay, so that's just the one then, I believe, or the two, and down.
The successes for it, so it would be the
Oh,
five of
okay.
spades.
Okay,
Okay, 5 and Joker.
Yeah.
That's fine.
and just the.
Oh no,
just
your
five.
Joker stays in.
Yeah,
You have to shuffle it back in.
yeah.
You can't get rid of that. Sorry.
I was like, yay!
I'm
No.
just gonna
Yay!
discard my memory
No!
loss.
But you just catch yourself right in the side of the ribs, where it just kind of digs into you, knocks the wind out of you. But you have all successfully made it off the train. As it.
Are you
hear-
okay?
I am
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Who knew a train was so good at fucking people up?
More like the tracks, honestly.
I'm just like, wow, okay. And I'm going to ask this. This is a question for Smunchy, and because something that has to do with our characters is the reason why my eyes are the way they are. Do my contacts actually glow? Like, are they like tech enhanced, or are they just?
It can be. It's up to you.
You're the one who gave them to me.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I got them from folk.
Yeah.
The folk gave them to me.
So
You know,
they'd be all like blue and glowy right now because it's dark
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, mine's
Oh.
mine's orange, basically.
So I know that they zoom. Do they do anything else fancy?
Not really. Nothing too much else. I mean, you know, probably could maybe detect the weather. I guess I don't know, but nothing,
It's like
it's like
Druidcraft.
your phone app. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
nothing too fancy.
Yeah, I mean I figured, but I just wanted to make sure because I was going to look for a way of getting light. So
I mean, you're a rock star, man.
I'm gonna
You gotta-
check my pocket for a cell phone. I don't remember whether my character has a cell phone, but I'm going to check and see if they do. Do they have a cell phone, Ben?
I believe it makes sense for your character to have a cell phone.
Okay.
So yes.
And I'm gonna turn on my cell phone's flashlight and look at the train car and the train tracks and see what's going on with that.
Make me a insight and perception, and draw one extra card for using your flashlight.
Why are you so tall?
It's just how I was born.
Insight,
Not you, I meant the
perception
train,
plus
but yeah.
one. And I'm looking for spades, correct?
That is the suit you're looking for.
Why is the train like this?
3.
3. Awesome. You look, there are purple, gray, pink. It's kind of splattered. Almost as if like somebody took a paintbrush and just flung it at these things. But they're these, look to be almost weird, awkward claws that have just gently lifted up the train car.
Excuse me?
That is not healthy.
Is it made out of paint or is it some other color covered in paint?
It is. It looks to be probably gray as the base color, but it has been covered more or less about most of it in a purple and pink kind of splatter effect of paint.
Oh no! I'm gonna point at it with my other hand, just like, guys. I'm gonna like fiddle with it because I've got my violin on my arm. Just be like, what the frick is that? I'm like hysterical. That's creepy as hell.
But it just kind of stares at it. It reminds me of the other night when I had chocolate pudding. I called in hoping they were going to play that mixtape. But I agree, that is some scary-fied stuff there.
Is it moving?
Not at the moment.
What do you want to do?
Could I make a check to kind of figure out what this is or what's going
You
on?
can certainly try.
Yeah.
It'll be an intelligence and I'll say I'm gonna say research or tech, whichever one's higher for you.
Okay, so intelligence and research, that's 5.
Can I listen?
Yeah. I think that'll probably be a perception check for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna like
insight and perception.
gonna pull back my dreads and kind of like reveal my earrings.
1, 2.
1, 2.
Just the 2.
Yep. As far as you can tell, if it's whatever it comes from, it's probably it's attached to something. You'd assume, because if it was, pulling up a train, something's got to pull it up. But outside of that, you don't really have an idea from where you are right now.
Got to.
You got to. You're listening. You hear a couple other sets of footsteps in the gravel.
Shh, you hear that?
Way off. They're not trying to be quiet, which is probably why you can hear them.
Hear something.
Is this in between us and the maintenance tunnel?
It's from the direction of the maintenance tunnel. And it echoes kind of, not loudly, but it echoes through the corridor of the subway tunnel.
Something's
Wait,
coming
the
this
footstep.
way.
Wait, the footsteps or the monster?
The footsteps. The monster, whatever is holding up that train, makes no noise other than the lurching vibrations that you felt.
No. I mean, like, is the monster between us and the maintenance tunnel?
There is no palpable monster in between you and the maintenance tunnel. There are the hand lifting up with the claws.
I'm going to turn towards the maintenance tunnel and shine my light and start moving in that direction in terror.
Okay.
And I'm also going to shout, "Let's get the heck out of here!"
Okay.
So, are you running away from the train or toward the train?
Not running, moving.
You're just moving.
I'm walking in that way as to not spook the thing and make it come after me, but moving in that direction while also shining my light in the direction I'm wanting to go.
I'll follow. I'll tiptoe very lightly. Be like, something's out there. I can hear it.
Also, when I say shout, I probably shouldn't do that. So let's not shout. I'm just gonna say, let's
You've
get the
already-
heck out of here. Damn
You've
it!
already said shouting.
Oh,
It's a little late now.
no. Well, then can I say verbally out loud? I shouldn't have shouted. I shouldn't have
You
shouted.
can totally say that. Whoever wishes to stealth their way over to the maintenance tunnel may do so. If those of you who are tiptoeing.
I am tiptoeing.
Okay. Noctua, Evie, are you following behind?
Stealth?
Oh wait, what are we doing? What check is it?
It's going to be... Let me get you the full check here. It is going to be, I think, finesse and stealth for those who wish to not be overt with their movements.
I think it's a
Gotcha.
little too late for me, but I would try. Do I have some sort of hindrance that prevents me from doing
Not at the moment,
it? Okay.
because you did just shout. You're not making a lot of noise. A lot of consistent noise.
Oh! Damn it. I got really excited
I got one.
because I drew a good
One? Okay.
card and then it was higher than the check, so it's a 5.
Okay. So it's...
Or it's a 1, not a 5.
It's a one.
It's a
Okay.
5, but I had a pull of 3, so it's a 1.
Gotcha. Cool.
Also, is this a high intensity situation yet?
Not yet. Not as far
Okay,
as you can
good.
tell. Vivi, Noctua?
Well, because it changes how you handle the cards.
Yes.
In the check.
Can I make a check to, now that I've kind of seen everyone, to figure out if there's anything off, not normal about this weird looking group of people?
You can certainly try. I would say, let's make it... I want to say... Insight and research, based on
Okay.
what you've seen of them. And what you're putting together. Thoughts.
Oh. Cool. That's not what I meant to do. 2?
2? Okay, cool. And Vivi, you're just following behind?
Yep.
Okay.
4.
4? Nice, nice. From what you can gather based on everyone's looks, what they've said or seen, you get the feeling that they're not entirely human. Whatever they might be, maybe up for debate. But
What does that mean?
I'm human. How dare you?
None of us are human. Excuse me.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, you meant one of us was like an alien mimic. I was like, what the heck?
You're like, start
That's
pointing
why
at
you're
me.
green.
So we're tiptoeing around. Well, I'm tiptoeing around the train.
Yes, you're tipping on the train
That's
to head towards the maintenance tunnel, correct?
That's right. And who's following me?
I am.
Both, well, at least Phoebe is. Is Noctua, are you also following?
Well, I'm going to kind of walk backwards, keeping my eyes on the hand, and when I get to Nathan, didn't you say there was someone in another car?
Yeah, but I think it's a little too late now. We've already started moving.
The hand pushes up another foot. The train car now buckles against the pressure that's being placed under it. The windows shatter out, a loud crunching and breaking of glass as it rains down around you. Not close enough or in enough velocity to cause any real damage to you guys. But the metal, you hear it kind of creak and buckle. The grinding of it as it takes the unnatural shape that it was not designed to be in. The other two cars on each side of it have now achieved almost a 45-degree angle from where it's sitting, and you can kind of see that in the darkness throughout the small few lights that still remain lit up in this emergency train and emergency lights. From where you guys can see, there doesn't seem to be anybody else at least moving on the train as you guys head for the maintenance tunnel.
Ain't that just swell?
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely too late for them now. That's
I'm-
yikes.
I'm gonna keep walking backward, just keeping my eyes on this thing.
Roll me insight and perception, Noctua, as you are.
I will roll an insight and perception.
Excuse me, I have played too many RPGs. That
And
are...
all right. So out of 5,
So
a 3.
3? Okay. As far as
So
you-
we all would have heard this then. Obviously, it's loud enough, so I'm kind of whipping around. Since I'm a part of the folk, would I have, or I at least work for them, would I have some kind of weaponry on me? Like a weapon?
I would think you probably would have maybe a pistol.
Yeah, like a handgun?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. The folk aren't unkind to those that affiliate.
I turn around, I'm like, oh, this is going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. And I pull open my suit jacket and I pull out my pistol.
Okay. Your other arm is still holding the jukebox, or not the jukebox, boombox.
The jukebox would be cool,
Yeah.
but the boombox,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so one arm has the boombox.
We'll upgrade your boombox to a jukebox later.
And then
That's
the
when you
other-
level up, man.
And the other is carrying a pistol. Okay. Vivi, what are you up to?
I have no idea what's happening. They look panicked, so I should probably be panicked. And that's kind of all they got. They're just like, okay, something's about to happen. Don't know what, but something. So I should probably step back, because that person with the pistol looks like they know what they're doing. So I'm just gonna.
Are you heading into the maintenance tunnel?
Are you brandishing the weapon where like everybody can see it, or do you just have your hand on it?
I was
Oh
thinking
no,
it's
it's out. Yeah, I have it out.
Oh, okay.
Like you heard it click. I took the safety off.
Oh,
It's serious, man.
oh no. All right. So I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm just going to say, like, do you need light to see where you're going to shoot, or should I keep illuminating our path?
Oh, I think I got this.
Well, that's a complete shift in demeanor. Okay. Just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna look in front of us for the... I just realized I never told Ben I was looking where I was pointing my light. So I'm gonna look in front of us where the light is pointing and see what's there.
Down the maintenance tunnel?
Yeah.
Nothing there.
He's been waiting for this. You can see it in his face.
Roll me a
There's
perception
nothing there.
check.
There's nothing there. I'm
What-
looking in the wrong direction, man.
What kind of train is this? Is this like electric or is this like fuel or?
It looks, as far as you can tell, you get the feeling that it was electric, based on the 3 lines that usually run down. The center one underneath it seems to be kind of what is the power for it. There are obviously will have to be kind of capacitors and all this other stuff on the underside of it. Now that you can see it lifted up.
Do I still have +1? For the flashlight?
Not anymore.
Okay. Even though it was caused by the flashlight?
In this instance, because there's other lighting in the maintenance tunnel.
Okay.
So
I got 5.
5. You look. You see. It looks to be a terminal of some kind. Old, very old, and a couple of incandescent light bulbs.
On? Or do I just
On
see
for
the
the
light
moment.
bulbs?
Yeah, you can see the light that they're casting. It's the light that's kind of been shining from that tunnel since you found it. And as you make your inspection of it, you see in front of the terminal, for a brief second, a shadow flitted by.
Is it like a noticeable shadow, or is it just like I saw
It's
movement for a brief second?
It's a pretty palpable shadow. Also could be movement. It's a mix of both.
Guys, there's something in front of us too.
Great.
I draw a pot of greed. Which allows me to add 2 more cards to my hand. Okay.
The hand pushes up the subway car, continuing to crunch as more of it gets bent out of shape and the glass continues to shatter.
Damn, I'm glad we got out when we did.
I know, right?
I'd say I'm glad you have a gun, but I don't think it's gonna do much.
Yeah, we'll find out.
What about you two? Are you guys okay? Like, you guys took a tumble there, and now we're in like this situation. Like, is it something we need to worry about?
I've been through worse, and I'm gonna look at Vivi like I don't know, man.
It's fine, I think.
I feel like you're trying to tell yourself that just as much as you're telling me, but let's assume.
Sure.
You didn't sound very confident when you said that, so...
I'm never
it's all
confident, I don't think.
good. Oh no. Well, I would just keep heading in that direction and hope the movement wasn't worse than what we're dealing with the other way.
Okay. You head toward the terminal. As you round what looks to be a corner where the terminal sits in the corner, and he continues back left, now heading back towards Infer Memorial Station. The lights in the maintenance tunnel flicker once, twice, and then they go out.
I'm going to slightly speed up.
Does Nathan still have the flashlight on?
Yes, the flashlight is still on. It's still pointing forward.
So if have we turned a corner? Is what I'm.
Yes. So
Okay.
you walk into the maintenance tunnel. There is a corner where the terminal sits in.
Okay.
An old, ancient-looking thing, and then it
Okay.
turns left.
Yeah.
And then it
Yes.
heads back.
So we don't see the train car anymore. We're out of sight of whatever that thing is.
Once you turn the corner, yes.
Okay.
I want to go to the abandoned thing, the old rusty train thing, the
What
did you call it? Terminal.
The terminal. Oh, yes.
The terminal. I'm gonna head in that
terminal
direction.
is something that's in the corner. It is like a computer terminal, not a station terminal.
Yeah.
You head to it.
Is it on?
You hear a soft hum, but there's no light on the screen.
I'm gonna hit buttons.
Okay, you hit buttons.
Let's see if I can wake it up out of sleep mode.
Roll me a...
Technology?
Roll me just... Not roll, sorry. Let's see. Draw me finesse.
Just finesse? Nothing else?
Just finesse.
2 cards?
How big is this room?
Well,
the corner you're in is about a 8 foot by 8 foot. The terminals, the tunnels themselves are about maybe 7 feet wide. They're not
Wait a
very
minute.
wide.
I shouldn't even have this card in my deck. Why? Oh yeah, I should. Never mind, I'm wrong. Right.
What is it?
I drew a 5, but it's a 2 because you only had me draw finesse. It's a 1.
Okay.
Everything would have been a 1.
You hit as you kind of start pressing buttons. The first 2 you press don't seem to do anything, but the light of the terminal screen turns on, and the third button you press, which is the letter F, just gets illuminated on what looks to be like a command line.
Ooh, okay. So I'm immediately going to be like, computer knowledge, command line. All right, I'm going to type /help in an answer.
Okay, roll me intelligence and tech. Sorry, drop.
Okay.
So this room is 8 foot by 8 foot.
Roughly, yeah. It's less a room and more of a corner. It just kind of is a wide corner.
Guys, I got a wacky looking computer over here.
With
Are there any
really old.
doors around?
just the one that leads you back to the left, out of sight of the train, and more back towards Infant Memorial Station.
And I got a 7 for that one.
Cool. You run /help, and it lists up a list of queries of, run, status, list.
I'm going to do /status and see what pops up, and then...
Okay. Given what you drew, you get a list of what looks to be train numbers, train, like indicators, or that's not the word I'm looking for, but things that tell which train is what. And as you look through them, you see one that has the status of offline, where the rest are all currently online and running. This one just has offline under any of its status bars.
I'm going to take a leap of faith and type /run.
Let's type /run for that train.
Yeah.
Okay. You type /run, and as you all are currently either watching Nathan as they do this, or in that corner, you hear and also see from where you are in the kind of corner, the train begin to power back up, and it starts moving again. And the hand holds it in place, but the hand is almost trying its best not to let it move. And then it eventually has to succumb to the force. And the hand bends over. The fingers are sliced off by the rail car, the rails of the subway.
I'm just kind of like crouching down, posted like this, aiming out.
I'm gonna say that out loud. Like, that was cool, but there goes our distraction. We need to leave.
As you say that, pink, as those fingers were cut off, pink splatters the kind of entryway to the maintenance tunnel that you guys are not near, thankfully, and the wall on the far side.
Don't touch that.
I'm just gonna let's get that here again, and I'm gonna divert the light back to further down the maintenance tunnel instead of at the terminal in the corner.
All right. Is there anything else you do with the terminal?
I mean, there were no other real options that I could do, right? Didn't you say there was run diagnostics and then what was the other one? Or run status and what?
I believe run, status, list, help, which you've already used. As you look again, another one that kind of pops out to you. These are kind of, I would say, ones that make sense to the situation you're in.
Oh, okay.
So there are a bunch of others, but you would know with the tech roll that you got, or tech draw that you got, excuse me, that it would just be less of a, like, you know, would not be of aid in a situation.
So if I rolled really low, would it just be a mess of text that I couldn't understand?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But, another one that kind of calls out to you is one that says, it is in the list section. It is a thing that you can run from list that has things such as cars, passengers, and times.
Passengers?
Okay. Do you
Under the car that we were on.
Okay. Under the car / train that you guys were on, there are 7 names. There's your name. There is Noctua, excuse me. There's Lakota. There's simply 2 letters, both of these. There are 2 other names. And once...
Do I recognize the names?
I don't think you recognize any of these names other than your own for the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Once I get to the section.
I know these names are important because you went to make me check.
I didn't make you check. I just gave it as an option. Alana
maybe
Miller.
it is a strong word, but what?
Alana Miller.
Alana
Miller. Sorry, not Miller.
Okay.
And
Nor.
yeah, Caleb Stamos. And James Elmwood.
Okay, then. Did I spell it all right? How do you spell it?
Which one?
The first one.
Alana?
Yeah, Alana.
Let's see.
Is it A-L-A?
Allana.
Okay.
Milure.
Okay.
Are you done playing train conductor, or would you actually like to leave?
Oh, I definitely would like to leave, but I'm going to make a mental note of those names.
What names? Would you
No.
find?
No. That
Was the internal monologue.
If
Yeah.
any of you would like to roll me a perception to see whether or not you caught the list of names, you may certainly do so.
I've probably been watching the hand.
The hand has not moved from where it lays.
Can I ask Nathan what he finds?
You certainly can. Whether or not Nathan chooses to divulge that information is up to them.
So what'd you find?
List of
man?
names, the number of people in that train. Just want to make sure it wasn't like we just let 100, a bunch of people die. There were 2 others. I don't know who they were.
3
others. 3 others. My bad. The 3 others that weren't the 4 of us. I don't know all your names, but I'm saying based on numbers. And also, I'm gonna say I don't make a mental note of just those 3. I make a mental note of everybody's name.
Yeah.
Obviously, just to make sure that's implied, because I wouldn't know that those are the 3 that aren't us.
So wait a minute.
And
There's 4 of us here, and you said there were how many?
7 on the train.
Where'd they go?
Well, they weren't. They were probably in the other cars. There's I'm pretty sure there was like 2 or 3 other cars.
There were 2, one on each end. You guys were in the middle.
Okay. Okay. So like they could have been behind us and they're definitely dead, or in front of us and they're probably injured. Either way, they're not with us, and that's concerning.
Well, I don't think the hand is moving anymore. If we would like to go back and look for these other 3 individuals.
Well, the train is long gone now. It went on its merry way like nothing ever happened, and people aren't even going to know something happened until it shows up. Unfortunately. But they will probably think we're dead when we're not in the car, and everything's smashed.
Well, once we get back to the station, they'll know we aren't.
That's true. But either way, I'm not exactly sure that the worst is over, so we should get moving.
Did anyone choose to make perception checks?
On the names, I did not.
Okay.
Can do it.
If you wish to, you are not under obligation to.
I feel like that is a trap, so I will do it anyway.
Everything the DM says is a trap. Nothing is
Of
safe.
course it is. And you said it
This
was...
is another cabin situation. For
It is insight and perception. You're looking for spades.
I'm looking for spikes.
Spikes.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, hold on.
Spikes.
Oh, damn it. God damn it.
Is it the Joker
Okay.
again?
Yep.
Oh,
Did you get any other spades besides the Joker?
I got a 10 and a 3.
10 and a 3, so you still got 1 success.
You have a 10 of spades in your deck?
Yeah.
That's insane!
I'm
never gonna use that.
No.
Okay. So, you did get 1 success still. So, the thing that happens next that you catch first as you hear the bricks start to fall reminds you of another moment. And it might be one of those days where things just seem familiar. And when this cave-in happens, in the section where the train had been shoved up into the ceiling of this, it really reminds you of that time when you were in another metro. Any signage was in Russian, so you understood it. It just doesn't look anything like what you're experiencing now. But you are able to notice as the cave-in begins, what's left of the hand that has not been severed by the wheels of the rail car, or the subway car, retract into the hole that it came from.
There's the hole.
As the section of the subway caves in.
Wait, in the memory or with us?
Both.
well, there ain't no going
See, this
back
is
now.
where I know that it's gonna be awful because I'm never gonna be able to distinguish reality from memories now.
It's not. It's more you still see what's happening in front of you. You've seen it before.
Right.
Deja
Can't pinpoint
vu.
where, but you've seen it before.
Do I get any negatives for this? Or
No,
round it
you still
over?
succeeded for the check overall.
Cool.
Well, you at least got 1 success, which is more than 0. So
Okay.
you still succeeded. It just
Oh, I
is
forgot.
familiar because of
Do you remember the rules for catastrophic failures? I just want to make sure we have them memorized, because I feel like I probably got a catastrophic failure and didn't realize it.
Potentially, but that is a-okay.
Earlier, when I got a 0 on the perception check,
I don't think that's a
Would've been-
catastrophic failure. I think it's just a failure.
it depends on the difficulty of the check.
The difficulty has definitely not been high enough for catastrophic failure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, not for that at
But
least.
we should know the rule behind it. So
Yes.
Make sure.
But as the dust settles and what looks to be dirt, brick, cement has now piled in front of the maintenance tunnel and obviously the area around it. What do you all do?
If you're done playing train conductor, let's go.
Oh, I already said before that I was getting ready to move.
Well, now
Who's,
I'm talking to, now Vivi's looking at the thing now. Everyone's taking a turn, you know?
You say that, and Vivi's like, again? Is this another? Why am I getting deja vu? What is happening?
Oh, yeah, no, that would have been a grave failure for me. Not catastrophic, but a grave failure. Because if three or more cards are the incorrect suit while also failing.
Okay.
Like, 3 cards have to be the same incorrect suit, and I drew 3 hearts.
Gotcha, okay.
Which means that would have been a grave failure for me.
Fine.
I feel like that probably has applied to all of us, but we're learning.
Yeah, well, now we know. I don't know if you want to retroactively, like, screw with
No.
my eyes or
No,
something.
no.
I don't know.
We made the ruling on the cards back then. We stick with
When
it.
you get, you know, eyelash in your contact and something you can't see, you know, like it's
Yeah,
all
exactly,
over.
exactly. And mine light up. Imagine like if you got your like eyelashes in your contact, and your contact was making light reflect off of your eyelash back into your eye.
So the pile is behind us, I guess, now?
Yeah,
And we're
behind
having-
you in a sense. It's where you entered the maintenance tunnel.
Okay, so I'm going to just start walking toward the other way.
Okay. Round the
I'm going
corner.
to actually put my gun back into my jacket pocket.
Okay. It's returned to the place you hold it.
I'm
Time to
gonna-
move, kitty cats.
I'm gonna follow beside them or him while holding the light where we're going, and just be like, let's go.
Personally, while I don't feel like the gun will do much, there were footsteps coming from down this way, or so you said. So, gun is better than nothing.
Yeah, or a couple rocks maybe fell on him.
Any rocks on the ground I can grab to like have some semblance of like I have a weapon.
If you want to go back, there are probably a couple bricks you could grab if you wanted to
I'm gonna
grab.
grab a brick.
Okay. You are now in possession of a brick.
Yeah.
Don't touch the, you know,
The pink goop. Won't. Unless I should. I like how your eyes, you're like, huh? No, I'm grabbing the brick, I'm moving back.
Okay.
So what are we?
Non-blood covered brick.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, so we're making our way. We're making our way downtown, walking fast. Faces past, station bound.
The only difference between what you just said is that you're probably not walking past any faces. As
Yeah.
you're the only foot in the tunnel.
the face is in the wall.
Maybe something we can add in for viewer participation in the future.
No.
Smunchy's no is so good.
I summoned despair of the dark into attack position.
It's very good. All right. Blue, Leo, the lovely individual that do the art for this, is asking how Sesh 1 went, and we're still playing. Get in the stream, yo. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's like, wrap it up. Gosh.
God. So the walk back to Infirm Memorial Station is rather uneventful. The lights don't come back on, but otherwise there is no seeming threat. Nothing jumps out of the walls at you. No hands descend from above to pluck you out of your current space. It's pretty quiet.
That's nice.
I wasn't concerned about that until you said that.
Good, that's nice.
It is a quiet walk. Your footsteps echo through the maintenance tunnel, in an otherwise, besides Nathan's flashlight, an otherwise dark and dank, and not in the good way, tunnel. Do you all exchange conversation? There's a quiet walk outside of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, so, like, what are the rest of y'all up to today other than this? Like, I know some of you, didn't have time for this and needed to get out of here for reasons, so,
Some of us have jobs.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but I was more, like, asking for something specific. I don't know, this is a very tense situation, to say the least.
It just occurred to Vivi that they might have a job.
Where are we in position?
I would say Nathan and Lakota are both up front, as Nathan has the flashlight. And Lakota, I believe, was the first to start walking that way. So I think it is you two, and then the other pair, Noctua and
The injured pair.
the injured pair, not far behind them.
I reach back into my coat pocket and I pull out 2 mixtapes with my name with Coda Irish on it. I hand
Give me
one.
second while you guys do this.
Okay, I hand one to you,
Sorry.
Nathan, and then I hand one to Noctua and I say, "You should listen. It's fire. This is what I was doing earlier."
I'm
And
gonna
then
look at this and be like, wait a minute. Don't you sponsor me?
My eyes kind of like flicker a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh, no, Nathan! It is you!
Some of my music is on this.
Well, give me that back. You don't need that. You already know how hot it is." And I take it and I turn and I hand it to Vivi. I'm like, "You need to listen to this, though.
Yeah, it's just loud. I was hearing it from in there.
This is just too, what's the word for it? Good."
Sorry, I get distracted by Fen.
Yeah.
Your significant other in the background.
Static.
Sorry. I was having to have a quick discussion with the lovely Maddie.
That was wholesome as fuck.
She was watching videos, and I was like, I don't want to bother our stream viewers with TikTok videos in the middle of a session that is not about TikTok. So
This says Lakota Irish on it. Like, that's what you said. Oh, gracious. Okay.
What?
it kind of clicks with you now that
Yeah.
the person in front of you might be the person that's called in many times to your radio station.
Yeah, I've heard your stuff, but thank you for.
Oh, of course you heard me. And with this kid here, and I grab Nathan by the neck, and I'm like, so spicy. He's a rock star. I just kind of whisper.
I'm sure
Yes,
he is.
I know that I'm like the greatest thing to grace your mixtapes, and I'm like what makes them fire or whatever. But really, like we should get out of here. Like we can keep talking about how I'm great on the way, though. That's fine.
Hey, okay. Hey, look, we were just trying to make a little contract deal. We'll have to call in next time, but maybe I don't even need to dial up the numbers and ring you then. Got you right here. You should play 'em when you get the chance. You know, when we get out of this whole mess.
And it's always business, huh? I mean, like literally, we just almost died, and you're like, contracts. Let's get out of here. Listen to my mixtape here.
Hey, I don't write the rules. And I just kind of
What does that even
wink slyly
mean?
at Nathan.
What does that even mean?
I kind of just turn around, start walking back down the hallway.
I've realized that Lakota realizes who I am, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like people. Ooh, okay, yeah, hanging back. I'm the caboose now. I am the caboose.
I noticed that.
Probably, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, I don't think it's a very subtle thing. So
Like, you alright? Like, I know, is it your ankle or is some other form of tension going on?
he's a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Aren't we all these days? I mean,
so I don't
the
know.
only people that ever matter in this society are the people who scream the loudest.
I scream back, "That'd be me!"
Me. Echoes throughout the maintenance tunnel.
Yeah, now is like the worst time to be loud. I hope you know that, Lakota.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Ugh, well, whatever. I guess I'm gonna walk a little bit faster so I can get back up to the front so that people can see where they're going again. And while I have the the flashlight on my phone, I'm going to be checking my social media. And in fact, when I walk up, I'm gonna go to take like a selfie with Lakota.
It's not unrealistic, and I hate it because of that.
I'm gonna like kind of side mouth to Nathan. I'm gonna be like, "I can't believe you even got service down here," while I'm trying to smile.
I mean, I don't even know if I do, but I still need to get the picture for later.
If I'm in the background, I'm trying not
Oh,
to be in the background.
can we go back, guys? I want to get a picture with like the blood goop for proof.
Oh,
That'd make such a good picture, like me and Lakota in front of a monster corpse, but just their hands.
The monster corpse collapsed into a hole. There's
That
blood.
Yeah, it's probably not too smart to go back yet. Let's
Knock to a. You unless Vivi shared that.
Yeah,
That is something that only Vivi had seen.
yeah. Only Vivi saw that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But you do know that it's been crushed by
Yeah.
a cave-in.
Like-
if nothing else.
Mhm.
It got caved in.
Like, I'm gonna be talking about this later. It's gonna be sick. Like, I mean, being in like a terrible situation is already like great for social media, like views and stuff. But being in a terrible situation with a practical celebrity is even better. So like, I need to make sure this is documented. You know.
Have
Yeah.
you turned around?
Oh God, why would you ask that question like that?
Just curious.
When have you turned around recently?
I'm pretty sure Knock did when they were like going to the caboose, right?
Oh yeah, and
I
you
just-
kind of also like did the thing where
I
you...
hung back, but I did when they were like taking
As
a
you're-
photo. I was like, no.
Hiding from the flash of the selfie in the otherwise unlit maintenance tunnel, you look back and that terminal is still there. That corner is still there. You've been walking for about 5-10 minutes now. It's almost like you've hadn't been walking at all.
Do I see that in the picture?
No. But then again, the picture is mostly just Lakota and you, Nathan.
He's a
It's
large
not.
frame.
It's trying to get both of you in the picture because
The
you guys-
dreads are covering half of the foreground.
my gold teeth are shining in the flare.
it's an interesting picture given the backdrop and the amount of lighting that is in that. So,
Well, the lighting is all from the flash. So That makes
Exactly.
sense. Yeah.
so
We've been walking for a bit, right? I haven't lost it, right?
I mean, it's been a little while.
I'll
Long
turn
enough
around.
for you to already dislike everybody in the room a little bit more than you already did, and for me to realize who I was talking with.
Lakota, as you turn around, you also see the terminal in the corner.
I don't
Also-
dislike Lakota. He's just loud. What I dislike is the fact that it looks like we haven't even gone 100 yards.
Nathan, she's right. Look, and I point out to the terminal.
That's weird. Are we walking really slow? I'm gonna point the flashlight at the ground. Have we been just shuffling in place?
The dust in front of you looks undisturbed.
What about below us?
Your footprints are there, and you have footprints leading up to where you are currently standing. There's no real huge disturbance outside of the footprints you're about to be making.
When I walk backwards while pointing the flashlight behind me, do I get anywhere?
You walk back into the room with the terminal.
No. I mean, facing the terminal, walking backwards.
You walk backwards, away from the terminal.
Do I get anywhere doing
You do
that?
get away from the terminal. I mean, that's the way you're going, right?
I need you to answer the question more directly.
I answered the question how I answered the question. You asked if you went anywhere. I said you went away from the terminal.
Make everything so insanely tense for no reason. Like we're trying to walk, and you're like, "Oh, but it'll be really funny if they don't get anywhere."
Are there rocks around? Like something I could pick up, like a pebble?
Yeah, I mean, there's also the bricks, obviously.
I still have my brick.
I'm
Which
gonna.
was in the. By the way, it was in the selfie. I was holding it out.
Unlock
like-
this.
Can I take one of the rocks or pebbles and turn back around and throw it into the darkness ahead of us?
Okay, you throw it. You hear it off in the distance. Clatter. You come to a stop.
Well, maybe we just been in these tunnels a little too long. Maybe it's all kind of just getting to us. Gotta find a way out.
Getting real as above, so below vibes from this. Let's get out of here.
Wait a minute. You got service. You got like some kind of GPS tracker on there?
I mean,
Is everybody looking
yeah.
back at the terminal right now?
I am.
I am still facing the terminal.
Okay, everybody's still facing the terminal. Good.
Mm-hmm. Is there something I should be seeing?
Not right now.
I'm gonna look at my phone. Sorry, what were we saying?
I was just gonna say, I'm going. What if one of us watches another one of us walk away? Perhaps.
I don't like the idea of splitting up, but if that's what has to be done to get anywhere. Well, first of all, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn on Google Maps on my phone, if Google Maps exists.
Google Maps loads up. It doesn't really find your location though, and you can know this just from your points in tech without having to make a roll. Google Maps generally works out with GPS locationing, which you do need a mostly straight shot to at least one satellite to get some pinpoint.
Yeah. But where does it like auto detect where I last got connection?
You last had connection when you were entering into Infirm Memorial Station, which, from what it looks like, you can't really tell how far away you are, but based on the subway lines they have, not too far.
I'm gonna go out of navigation mode on Google Maps and just go into Maps mode and look at the map.
Look at the map, okay.
Yeah, and does it have like a subway chart in the Google Maps?
Yes.
Some places would.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at where the first Memorial Station was and the direction where we were heading, because I'm assuming I would know that having gotten on the train, right? To see about where we would be at. And are maintenance tunnels
yes.
logged on the map?
Maintenance tunnels, however, are not logged on the map.
Alright, well that's useless. Guys, the map's no good.
You do, however, kind of remember there being a turn just before the train stopped. So, based on that, you can kind of pinpoint where you are. And you're about maybe a 5-10 minute walk. In theory, if you were going...
Haven't we already been walking for 10 minutes?
That is correct.
Great, great. All right, guys, I think we should just keep going and have one person walk backwards, just to
What
make sure
about
to remove it.
2 and 2?
Well, I mean that works too. Either way, we need to get where we need to get. Does anybody else have a cell phone with a flashlight so we can see both sides of us?
I'll pull out my cell phone and turn on the flashlight.
Ben, do I have a cell phone?
I believe you do. Why wouldn't you?
Okay. Oh, why haven't I been looking at that shit? That probably has stuff on it.
Pull out
You
an
don't
old
remember
Nokia.
owning it. You don't remember having it, brah.
I like pat my pockets down and I feel one. I'm like, oh, huh, okay.
There's a passcode.
There is indeed a passcode.
What? Isn't it a fingerprint thingy where you like put your
Nope.
fingerprint?
Well, no, we are very technologically advanced.
I mean,
But
most-
would they
most
have
do.
that?
But
Yeah,
as
but
far as
mine-
it looks like when you unlock this one, there's no fingerprint recognition.
I'll sit up.
I'd pull out my old Nokia brick phone.
That thing is prehistoric, my friend.
Hey, but it's still running just fine.
Dude, your eyes are more like updated than your actual cell phone.
Look, I've thrown this at 5 different people and broke bones. I am not getting rid of this phone.
I suppose it is a useful weapon.
As you're looking at Lakota, Nathan, behind him, there's a door.
There's a door. Just in the middle of the road? Because we were both walking forward.
I was under the assumption that you guys were just beginning this journey.
Oh, well,
Plus,
that
if-
makes sense.
I think on the tracks or like actually on a wall like doors
It
are
is.
supposed to be.
It is
In the middle of a train track.
No, it's in the middle of the maintenance tunnel where the corner goes, and where you guys have been walking for the past 10 minutes. And you guys didn't come across that.
Hey guys, spooky door. I'm gonna take a leap of faith and open it. And I'm gonna turn on the recording. I'm
You
gonna
do
record
that.
This. I'm gonna record this just to make sure. I've got the flashlight on. It's recording. I'm like, hey guys, found a spooky door down in the maintenance tunnel. We're running for our lives from a monster that got its arms ripped off. The maintenance tunnel, yeah, the door. I open it. What's in it?
I remember my pistol and my coat, and I look back at my Nokia phone, and I look back at the gun, and I go, and I just keep out my phone.
Okay, so what is everyone currently doing? Nathan is currently working their way, opening the door. Noctro?
I'm just holding the light, watching this dumbass kid just open the door and record himself doing it, because when he dies, I want to feel the satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Vivi.
I'm hurt.
It's not you, it's Nathan.
I know.
It's not you, it's your character.
It's Nathan opening the door.
I'm gonna open the door. What's in the door?
Vivi, what are you up to right now?
Trying to unlock the fucking phone.
No, they've given up. They're just kind of watching in object horror before like making like a look around, like making sure nobody's there, because they have a feeling this might not be a good idea. They're not sure if it's illegal, but they're sure it can't be good.
Lakota?
I am still kind of gripping my boombox, but then I kind of bring it down to my, like, below my waist a little bit, kind of dragging. It's getting a little heavier. And I have my Nokia in the other hand, and I'm kind of just sliding up behind Nathan, like, trying to peek around his shoulder.
Oh yes, everyone go near the odd door that totally belongs.
The door, as it opens, you guys see Infer Memorial Station, but it's wrong.
We just opened a door to my campaign? What is this, a simulation? What's going on?
It's not a... I mean, as far as you know, it's not a simulation. And you open the door, and it's in for Memorial Station as far as you can tell. But it looks a little off. Like, someone drained it of color? More so than... I mean, it's not exactly the picturesque, like, Picasso painting. But it certainly has more color than this, right?
Is it a spooky door?
Hey guys, we're living in an 80s, like, comic. Everything's sepia tone.
It's more grayscale than sepia tone.
Yeah, but that's what Nathan's gonna say.
No.
Put my phone back and pick back up another rock and throw it through the door.
I
Goes
was about to
through
say
the
at
door.
Nathan, I was like,
Clouds.
okay.
And you realize, as your brain kind of goes through and thinks, the rock had a very similar weight to the first one you threw.
The same rock. I hate this so much.
We got some bad news, friends.
I mean, great. It's a big change from what's been going on. Totally.
You always this happy?
I'm usually not, stuck in a train tunnel after, trying to get home after a long day, so.
Well, guys, this looks like almost a way out. It looks just like Inverse Memorial Station, but like everything's all like not fun. It's all gray and white and other shades of that same color. It's 50 shades of Inverse Memorial Station. Let's get out of here.
Get out of here, like go through the spooky door you wanted to open, or get out of here.
Well,
like,
we're not
continue
getting
where you were
anywhere. This
going?
is the first time we've made actual headway in a direction in quite some time. I think
Well,
we
I
don't
don't-
have another choice.
You can go through first, and
I understand you hold very little value on the collective safety as long as you're fine, but I'm pretty sure this is the right way. I feel like something would have happened by now if the door was evil. And
you're
I
the
feel
one
like
who
an
wanted
idiot
to open
saying
the
it.
spooky door. I mean,
The door wasn't even that spooky. We just didn't notice it before.
I'm pretty sure you said, and I quote, "Spooky door."
Well, I'm trying to get likes and views, and I turn off the video. Be like, I'm gonna edit that out.
As they're arguing, Ben, as they're kind of arguing back and forth, I actually step through the door.
Okay, you step through the door.
Yep.
And you seem fine. It's a little dark now, the contrast of the grayscale against the red, green, and purple that make up Lakota's palette. But otherwise,
Bill,
Which gives a whole new meaning to dread.
I don't feel like throwing up.
Well, it's fine.
I'm gonna go through, and I'm going to turn the video around, like from the back-facing camera to the front-facing camera, and I'm gonna see if I get grayscaled when I walk through the door.
you seem to retain all of your colors as well.
Okay. Guys, come on. I flip it back around and I turn the recording back on. Just be like, we're gonna see if we're not gonna die. Hopefully not exactly. Let's go.
I'm going to turn to Vivi and age before, yeah. I don't know what they are. And they don't know what to say. they're lady, gentlemen at first. Age before, not.
For beauty?
Yeah, and then they're like, wait, you look younger. Well, they were like ladies first, and then they're like, wait, no, and then like gentlemen first, and then like, wait, no, and then they're like age before, and like, wait, no, like that.
After you could work.
I love the scene of Noctua. It's Noctua just looking at Vivi, trying to come up with something. And it's just the open door, Vivi and Noctua looking back at each other, Vivi just blinking.
That right there is an amazing art piece for the book.
It's just the two, and then Nathan and Lakota in the background both looking back like...
No. The point of view is through the door frame. You see the door frame and the two of them gesturing at one another, and one is just like talking, but they're like so confused.
They're like weird ass hair first. Like, I don't know, like... You first. I'll watch your back.
I'm gonna walk on through. They weren't even gonna argue. They were just like waiting for whatever you were gonna say.
Waiting for an actual sentence.
Yeah, basically.
You walk through. A similar effect. What colors you do have, Vivi, are accentuated against the grayscale of the Infra Memorial Station. But otherwise, you retain and seem fine.
That was amazing.
After everyone doesn't explode or something walking through the door.
Does my hair do anything?
Ooh, good question. Does your hair do
Hissing.
anything? Roll for me.
Roll.
Draw.
Roll.
I'm still getting used to this.
Roll.
Yeah, man. It's just like terminology that's been pounded into your skull. For
Yeah,
years.
well, so many games you use.
Roll
this.
for initiative.
Yeah.
What?
Draw for initiative.
There is initiative in this though.
Yes. Yeah, and you draw for it.
Yeah. You roll for it.
Roll me. Draw for me. Charm and empathy.
Charm and empathy. What? What do you?
That actually makes sense.
Charm and empathy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Don't worry about it. You have amnesia. You don't know shit.
Oh, whoa. I have a really high number in that for no reason.
The reason is you shuffled your cards before you picked them. So.
And we're looking for hearts.
You are indeed.
Okay. 8 and 5.
8 and 5. 8 is over the number, so that is 1. But 5.
Wait,
believe-
is 8 over the number? I don't know
Well,
that yet.
I do because I can see your character sheet.
Oh.
So I know how many they're drawing. So, but you have 1 from that, but the 5 does all count. So you have 6 in total.
Okay.
So your hair flares out for a moment.
It flares out?
It flares out, like in all directions.
Like
And then-
static?
Not really static
Blah.
per se. It's just it gets something activates it. Something isn't right here,
It's charged.
and you kind of feel it. Something is being bent to another's will, and it is hurting as a result.
So it kind of feels like somebody's pulling on my hair, or does it hurt my brain
It's
meat?
more. It's not really like it hurts you. It's more just a feeling of empathy towards something that is being abused in that way.
Okay.
And I don't mean that in any sort of specific type of abuse. Just something being used against its own-
Manipulated.
manipulated. It's not an item or a person. It is just a feeling of empathy
Okay.
towards those people. Something like that. Not people.
But
So-
you say
Is it still kind of wigged out like everywhere?
It's starting to coalesce back into its normal form. But yes, it wigs out for a second. I don't think anybody needs to roll to see that. So, or draw. But
Do I get it on the camera?
God, please don't.
And I thought my hair was wild.
no. Because your phone dies.
What?
Oh, joy.
Oh,
Because your phone dies. Nathan.
My phone dies?
You have been using its flashlight for a good amount of time.
Oh,
womp womp. You like that? I made that up myself.
no, you didn't.
Did too, and I got proof.
I'm just gonna dejectedly put my phone in my pocket. Be like, hey guys, anybody else have a camera? Or not a camera, a flashlight?
I'm holding mine, but I'm
There are lights.
on the other side of the door watching this.
And
Huh?
there are lights here. That
Oh,
seem to be
it's
the
lit up?
normal,
Perfect time.
normal sort of lighting for Infant
So-
Memorial Station. It's just got no color.
Well, this is a, I don't know, a very monochromatic scene. So for us, we stand out. Should we go to the surface and see if we're actually here, or if this is some sort of weird limbo place? Hello?
Hello.
Everything's frozen. So I'm like,
Oh, we were thinking very, very hard about your question.
did my
No,
question
not
go
not
through?
you knock to a size, and then they walk through the door, and they're gonna leave it open behind them. They're not gonna close that.
Mm-hmm.
What can we see around us right now?
You see, to get a better picture of this now that you're fully through it, the entire Infant Memorial Station is there. It is all grayscale. So you have the platform, you have the rails that lead back into the tunnel that you assume to still be caved in. You have what looks to be kind of like the turnstiles that lead back out and in. You also see what looks to be like a small like newsstand where it's got like that like various newspapers and stuff of that nature and like other bits and bobs, miscellaneous items. And as you are looking around, can you roll me? Well, actually, could everyone make me a perception check? Insight and perception. You are looking for spades.
Insight and perception.
Nine.
9. Nice.
That's very nice.
I got a 2 and a 4 of spades.
Cool.
Ace.
Ace. Awesome. Ace, 2 and 4. All of you are able to make out what looks to be a small chromatic flicker coming from what looks to be a lounge area on the second floor of Infant Memorial Station.
Chromatic, as in like we notice a color, or as in like it's literally a flash
It's
of color
like-
light?
Chromatic as in the walls that, based on this theory that everything is grayscale, have various colors dancing on it.
Like physically dancing, or are you using a like figurative language?
Figurative language, it is casting light of a variety of colors
Okay.
coming from a lounge.
Something going on in there. I don't know if I like it, but can I look and see a little bit like better? Can I get closer and see?
You
if
can
I
also go up to.
Oh, I can zoom in. Can I zoom in with my
Contact lens.
my contacts?
My elf eyes.
Your elf eyes.
What do you
Yes.
see with your elf eyes?
You can, in fact, zoom in. When you zoom in, you see what looks to be, I think, a cat. You think it's a cat. You're not quite sure. It looks feline in nature, at least, and it is emitting color. vibrantly. It is very
Guys,
bright.
guys, there's a disco ball cat in there. I mean that like it's physically glowing and shooting light out of it.
Groovy.
That means we want to go in the opposite direction.
The opposite direction is a cave-in and a monster. Let's go.
Can I walk over to that newsstand and pick out a newspaper?
Mm-hmm. What kind of newspaper are you picking out?
Just one from today.
Okay. You're able to do so. You look at it, it is all also black and white.
As it should be.
Well,
Black, white, and red all over.
I'm looking for today's date or any other articles that maybe I would.
Today's date, the date on this one at least, is not the day you think you woke up to, at least. It's
Oh,
about
God.
a week after, at least according to this.
How big is the stand?
It's decent sized. It's like the one you kind of see on various corners and all throughout, most cities. There's like little ones here and there that just have the newspapers and all sorts of magazines. And
Okay, so it's not like a booth where someone could go into?
it's got like a side of that which is obviously meant for like the person to be in, but it's not like an enclosed booth space. It's a kind of stand, and on one side is obviously where all of the magazines are, and the other side is kind of where you have like what looks to be a cash register, stuff like that.
Okay, I throw my boombox onto that little short lip of counter, whatever's there,
Yeah.
and I start to try and tune my radio.
Okay. You're able to do so. You tune it to, where do you tune it to? Any specific station or just whatever comes on?
Just whatever first station I can hit.
Okay. The first station you hit is a news station, and it comes up with the result of tonight, more at 11. Locals report thunders underneath their. Locals report tremors underneath their various local towns as Infra Memorial Station continues to stay closed due to the recent cave-ins and the evacuations. Additionally, people are unsure of the cause of the colorless that are slowly spreading throughout town and the absorption of any physical color. We'll also be talking with an expert at 11 to find out just what might be causing this.
I turn down the radio, and I turn to look at everyone else who's close by. I mean, is everyone there around me? Can they hear this?
They definitely could hear this from wherever they are. I don't think they've gotten too far to where they can't hear it.
I hold up the newspaper, and I say, "We've been down here for a long time." And I push it against Noctua.
So, we're out, it seems. A week later, but we're out.
It's almost like my spooky door saved us.
They don't say anything. They're gonna read the paper. They're not responding to that.
No wonder my phone died. It's been a week.
I start looking around again, seeing if I can catch a glimmer of the disco cat that Nathan.
The disco cat seems to still be where it is. After looking at it again, maybe from this angle you can see it a little better. It's perched on top of what looks to be the window of this lounge. It is currently kind of curled up, all paws underneath it, tail wrapped around one side.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Okay, you're heading up to the lounge on the second floor.
I'm gonna go up the stairs and see if anything happens. I'm just gonna be watching it while I head up.
You obviously see it tense up as you get closer towards it.
I will slow down when it gets tensed up. I'm gonna do the one thing that is stereotypical when you're trying to get a cat's attention and for it to not run away. I'm gonna do the thing, trying to get its attention. Yeah.
You do various cat calling noises. And it looks at you and it kind of half blinks, kinda, and then it just tilts its head to one side, straightens it back out. Looks
Which
back
way
over.
around? I'm kidding. Oh, I was making a joke. Like, does it twist it? I was saying, like, does it twist its head all the way around?
No, it does not go all the way around. It just goes a little bit to the left side. and then it goes
Cameras are frozen.
Oh no. Cameras are frozen for Andromeda.
I think we lost Andromeda.
We might have lost.
Andro, no.
No.
Oh gosh, everything's broken.
Everything's broken.
R.I.P. stream. I think while we wait.
Ah!
Yep, everything's gotten borked. So, we're getting close to when I was going to end this anyway. So, I will leave you guys with this lovely thing.
Can we get an image of the cat?
No, you do not get an image of a cat. What you do get, do you get closer to it? It does not seem to leave if you keep approaching it.
I'm going to be slowly approaching it while I was making those noises. I'm trying to get its attention and get it to, like,
Are you going to try to touch it?
Yeah, sure. It's a cat that's shooting lasers.
Okay.
I will say I am wearing gloves before you think it, like, dissolves me or something.
Okay.
My character, he's got, like, stuff covering him. He's got, like, big old boots and a coat and everything.
Yep. Roll me. Finesse and athletics.
Oh, yeah, like, that's weird. Okay.
I think
what I expected.
it's probably just how fast can you react.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Okay. Also,
Right
everyone is back and everyone is in the right spots. Hey, we didn't have to suffer through the Zoom shuffle. So.
Your bad cat joke literally killed my computer, and I was just like, that's
My
karma.
bad cat joke. What?
He was like, your cat calling, and my computer literally shut down. I was
Oh,
like,
do you mean the
just
thing where I
done.
went?
Yeah, it was like, nope.
No, we're not doing this. No, but
Today.
as you do that, you got 3.
Yep.
You do it out of instinct because it's a realization and it's something you don't think about more than you need to. You touch the cat with one of your gloved hands and the glove begins to lose color. And you pull it off with your other glove, throwing both down as both gloves lose all their color.
Oh.
The rest of you, thankfully, have seemed to not continue that pattern.
What is this, like reverse Splatoon? Okay. Guys, the disco cat steals your vibes and shit. Turns
I
into black and
told
white.
you to go away. I told you to walk in the opposite direction.
Hey, I'm fine. It's just my gloves were black and they are now darker black.
Don't touch the cat.
Too late.
Bare hand like grabs the cat.
So,
Oh no, triangle. Triangle, you're too bright. I hate it.
with that, there's also another thought. something that I think passes through each of your minds collectively. Sorry, I'm thinking of how to word this, and my ability to come up with sentences on the fly is slowly degrading. Well, now, that wasn't very polite. And that's what we're like tonight.
What?
I don't like that the cat can talk. I don't like that.
It more just came through as like a
I'm.
thought, a mental voice that crossed your mind.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, sure.
But that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Can I, out of character, ask, is that my kindred lingua?
It took me a second, but I was like, I think that.
It may be, it may not. We'll have to find out. Alright, cool.
Oh,
On that lovely cliffhanger, that is where we're gonna end this evening. Why don't we go back around, explain who we are, where we can find ourselves, and lovely projects that we're working on. Why don't we go in reverse order than when we started?
To go last.
So, I think that was, Giz was our first one,
Ah,
our
shit.
last one. So,
Alright.
Really, do I gotta?
I'm Gizmo. You can find me over on my channel, Gizmo Arts, where I do a stream every Sunday for my D&D campaign, Diamonds in the Dust, which Andromeda is in. I don't know where you are on the board. I just gestured.
bottom.
Well, this.
That way. There you
This
go.
way?
Yep.
Okay. And you can find me on my social media, on Twitter, also under Gizmo Arts. And I had a lot of fun tonight. This was really exciting. I'm so excited for these characters. Again, I think, like everybody said, that scene with Vivi and Knocked in the doorway is very good material to use, for sure. And yeah.
I try.
Alright. Dakota. Smunchy. Sean.
oh, that's me.
That is
Hey.
you.
All right. So, first off, I'm so glad y'all came out tonight. Thank you to everyone, both cast, crew here, and Ben for GMing. Thank you so much. Everyone who's watching right now, thank you. I am Smunchy. I own Smunchy Games. We are actually publishing this game, Parselings. So it actually launches on Kickstarter September 8th. You can find us on Twitter at Smunchy Games. You can find us at smunchygames.com. Or really anywhere Smunchy, you'll find us. And that's me. And I'm going to drop a link in here for you.
Do the thing. Drop the links.
If you are interested in Parselings and kind of what we're playing,
Kickstarter.
the Kickstarter. That's right.
They're going to Kickstarter in September 8th. Just a little under 2 weeks away, right?
That's right. It's very, very close.
That's so good. I'm so excited. You guys have been working so hard on this.
Yeah, I'll credit to Leo on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's in our
Lou?
chat. Leo, it's all you.
That's right.
Which, I'll get to him when I get to my plugs. So,
He was a
After,
one-man machine.
Andromeda.
Hi, I am Andromeda. This was actually not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. I knew the rules, but I was like, I'm gonna mess it up. It's not mess it up. So hey, thank you, Leo, for making something that a child who only plays D&D could pick up easily. Tomorrow I am over on Jacqueline Hare, playing a Vampire the Masquerade game called Vampire at the Disco. I am going to probably be giving up my human child probably So thanks for that, Julian, in the chat. So yeah, come watch me cry on stream. And on Sundays, I am over on Gizmard's channel playing a really rude person. Yep. And as it says on the screen when it'll come back around, you can find me on Twitter at SCGIROL, where I will remind you of when I am playing and what I'll play in, because it changes up a lot. So
Yes, in our away screen we have Twitters for everyone. So. But last but certainly not least, Nathan, Marine, Shane.
last but least.
I'm Shane, or Marine of One, or Shane Marine, or whatever you want to call me. I am playing, obviously. I also do a lot of work with Smunchy Games on every Saturdays at 2 p.m. I do streams, and currently we're doing a Parselings campaign, so if you liked this, maybe you like the other one. This one was a little less horror-y than mine normally is.
I mean, it's just a different kind of horror.
Yeah, mine's more like cosmic horror. Yours is like
Mental.
yeah.
When you thought you were entering the messed up thing, but you were exiting the messed up thing.
Yeah, it's also quite a bit more sci-fi, but the sci-fi parts are more in the background until next session. Like a lot is happening. We're getting very close to the end, and I'm looking forward to that. But when I'm not streaming on Saturdays over on the Smunchy Games channel, I'm streaming on my own Twitch, which is Marine of One. I stream there daily, play lots of games. So yeah, find me there. Yeah. Oh, also, if any of you are interested in playing this and want some help on where to start, come check out the ambassador program over at Smunchy Games. We can show you the ropes and we can get you some stuff for playtesting and things.
Absolutely.
If not just this, but also things like paths and our other games and stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Fen. I've been the lovely GM storyteller of this evening's events. If you guys enjoyed this, feel free to follow, subscribe, do whatever you need to on whatever platform of Guild of the Phoenix. We're all over the internet. We're on Twitter. We're on, I think, everything. In some cases.
Everyone's on Twitter.
There's a weird amount of followers on Facebook that I was not expecting, so I need to start plugging it there. But regardless, thank you all for watching. I thank you for letting us run it. Obviously, Smunchy. Before it's come out even on Kickstarter or even as a full release. Big thanks to Leo, who did our lovely logo art for the show.
Good.
It is so good. It is currently in the background of Gizmos.
So good.
But it is for the title, Parselings Overture. It has a lovely vinyl record that's got some great paint on it, which is, I think, really fits.
Looks like the blood of our enemies.
Essentially. So.
It's the blood that's splattered from the
exactly. It's the blood of our blood of our enemies.
Good catch there. Additionally, my name is Fen. You can find me all over the internet. I am exhausted because I worked before this and I don't sleep. So I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place. And you can find me at Fennicini on most social medias. I will probably plug everything I'm doing there, because I do a lot these days. So I won't bore you with all the details. Sunday, we should have an upload for last session's Vampire the Masquerade game that we're running called Vampire Shadows Embrace. Excuse me, sorry. There we go. I have a title for this. I totally do. No. Vampire Shadows Embrace is our bi-weekly chronicle set in a fictional city called Ambervale, and it is modern day. Yeah, it's the one you're in.
I didn't know that was what it was called.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Ambervale Asylum for Wayward Children.
No, we decided something that was less wordy. As much fun as that is. So.
It is a beautiful campaign. I love how wacky everything is.
Yes.
I had blood chocolate milk. It was
So it's got a name now. It's got a title, and it is going to be uploaded when we do the next one, so you guys can keep up with the fun and happenings of the lovely city of Ambervale and the coteries and vampires, kindred that inhabit it. Well, and other things, but we'll get to that later. Thank you all for watching. I've been talking on and rambling for way too long. We're gonna raid somebody for what it's worth, so stick around for that. But thank you all for watching. If you want to, feel free to follow and do all that good stuff so we can entice you, retail you, regale you.
Entice. No,
yeah,
no.
Fund you?
Yeah, that one. One of those.
Regale.
One of those.
Oh, also, if you like Parselings and Parselings art, go to the My Brood shop. You can get the link to it in the Smunchy Games Discord, or you can ask nicely from me. It is amazing. All of it is awesome, and I want to buy all of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'll drop a link.
So
there.
many good shirts.
Yes.
So many.
Parselings also has a Twitter. It's simply at Parselings.
Yes.
And Leo's personal Twitter is Blue2Days, I believe.
Yes, blue 2, like the number 2, but spelled out, and then days, plural.
So if you want to see more of this really pretty art,
So
yeah,
good.
so pretty.
So freaking pretty.
the reason I've been fighting with my printer for 2 hours today is because I want to print it out.
We're gonna look in the TTRPG community because nobody I know is currently streaming.
Oh.
So we're just gonna dive.
Because Critical Role is streaming, man.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
They started a little bit ago, I think. I don't know when they start in my time zone.
They
but-
start around, I believe it's 8 Pacific, so it started not too
I
long ago.
don't know what the time zone difference is. I don't know.
That's 3 hours behind us if you're on the East Coast.
Okay, so yeah, like 15 minutes ago or something.
Yeah, so.
All I have to say is, Smunchy, you need to advertise this more.
Oh,
I literally had to go digging
Wow.
for it. I could not find the My Brood shop link. I
Bro,
just found it now.
I'm aware of it, and I will be buying merch, and it probably won't be here by next game, but I have some shirts already in my Etsy cart, and I got an Etsy gift card for my birthday, so I'm gonna just
Do it.
slide over there and
Personally, my two favorites are the Parse Tree and the Chester Swarm, because those are the ones I want.
Alright.
I already
I have
have
in
the
my
Chester
cart?
Swarm, but
I have the heart. I have the heart. The words are what define me, and then I have the just the card logos.
nice.
We're gonna raid
Nice.
the lovely individuals over at Zweihander RPG.
Ooh.
They're playing.
I don't know who they are, but I'm sure they're lovely.
They
Are they
are.
the people that made Zweihander?
No.
Okay.
But they are currently rocking some great people, so we're gonna go support them in their goodness. Maybe if it's gonna start the raid, there we go. All right, something. Try running that thing again later. I already ran it, so have a good evening, everyone. We'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
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 Bye.